What's going on, y'all? Jimmy Macram. It's time for episode 4 of season 3 of The Americans. Let's get to it.
Did it seem like she knew him?
Seemed like she'd done it before.
What are you stressed about?
She is young, Elizabeth.
We're talking about Paige or we're talking about this girl?
I don't really want to make a big thing of it.
We could have some of your friends over here.
Sure.
Okay, do you know who you want?
Pastor Tim and his wife.
Great.
Sure.
Она сказала, что не знала, что делала, что это просто передача другу ее парня. Этот парень покинул страну неделю назад. После того, как мы удовлетворить ваше прощение о смягчении помилования.
You want to do it to somebody else? I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do to help yourself, I guess. But I'm just saying.
For a new Northrop factory.
Said we'll want Lisa in there soon.
Yeah.
I mean, does she not have any friends?
What?
That she wants Tell her no.
You don't know her. You could show up one night, there'd be a kid sitting there.
Who wears the pants in that family?
Body lotion, body powder, and body mist. So innocent it may well be the sexiest fragrance around. Love's baby soft, because innocence is sexier than
Holy shit! That's a legit commercial? That's one of the creepiest things I've ever seen. I love her! She was on Rescue Me.
That was very brave.
This guy's a piece of garbage and everything.
Well, my wife wants to.
Okay, well, let's see where you're at with it. Why don't you come on up front, close your eyes, and go into your space?
Oh, gee. This has got to be a trip for Stan.
And come on, don't be an asshole. Tell me what you want to
Don't
tell
call me
me.
an asshole! Asshole! This is bullshit! That's what I want to tell you. It's bullshit!
Well, I guess you told him what was on your mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stan, a few of us are gonna go get drinks on Friday. Do you wanna come?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I can't.
Okay.
That's it? I just can't? He's not gonna let. She looks a lot like his wife, too. It's a little uncomfortable.
Easy. You're single.
No, I'm not.
Your wife is living with somebody, sir. And your kid.
Live in New York.
Yeah, but I'm here all the time. I'm sorry, I don't even know your names.
Erica, Nicole, and I'm Kimberly.
Nice to meet you, Kimberly.
Hi. What's your name?
Jim.
Philip is so smooth. Needs to get all these techniques just down.
Maurice, get out of the way.
Lisa, I messed up.
Maurice, get out of the way. I'm her sponsor. I have to help her. That's the way it works.
Kidding me.
What's wrong with him? Jesus.
Maybe not really.
Not really. Ask me another one.
Topeka.
Wait. Topeka is a capital.
Sorry, Kansas.
Topeka.
Wrong.
What?
Wrong.
Capital of Arizona.
Tucson.
Phoenix.
Oh, yeah.
She's a teenager. What the fuck she want to hang out with Dad and them for?
Something doesn't feel right to me about Zenaida. I can't quite put my finger on it. It's just the way she talks.
The way she talks.
But she is getting access. She's going to be in a lot of meetings, hear a lot of things.
Look,
I trust Stan's instincts so much.
if by some...
I was wondering why he was looking at her strangely in her last episode. That might have been because he liked her. Quite the opposite.
Right.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I don't talk.
Oh, she's just trying to get in, so to speak.
Boyfriend? No. You're pretty. You should have at least one.
I'm tired.
Check you out, absolutely. Fuck that. That came out of the blue. Not talking to you. Get out of here. That guy's gonna pop up. He already seemed like he had an attitude problem.
Sorry. Didn't know anyone else is up. Just looking for a glass of water, some aspirin.
Please tell me what his deal is.
Maurice? Michelle?
Yes.
Michelle, you okay? So, what happened last night?
Fuck that. What's going on, Maurice? Please?
Maurice is a good man. We had a good marriage.
But?
He's out of work is all. It's hard.
How hard?
Go upside your head hard?
It's like the wheels came off. 4 months he's been out of work.
God damn, poor bastard.
This is good. Good taste, Kimberly.
It's Kimmy. That's what my friends call me.
She is submitting.
Kimmy?
Mm-hmm.
It's gotta be creepy. She's so young.
Money home to my family from America, secretly. I confessed, but they gave me another chance, and I ruined it too.
You did what you could. To be fair, you did what you could. All you could.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
That could be normal.
Hey. How are the burgers here?
Fair.
Well, it's not a ring.
What is it?
Open it.
Was it gonna be that band he was listening to?
Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome.
Aw.
What about taco night? Wouldn't that be fun?
Paige and I already talked about steaks, so I got some nice ones from Harvey's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, whatever you want, Paige.
Thanks, Mom.
Whatever you want. Absolutely.
What about you, Agent Beeman? Your family?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not much.
That register
So,
is distinctly more distinct, so to speak. That look at that
thought we were
face.
getting her the necklace.
Oh right.
So you just bought her a record for no reason?
What are you trying to say?
I know this is serious. KGB's involved. Paige's future's involved, but it's still funny.
It is happening. It is just happening, Philip. And yes, I am. I am doing it. With or without you.
Fucking ruin their bathroom. Don't hurt yourself, stupid. Fucking ow. I still think he's right. It's gotta be. He stands like he's got a sixth sense for these things. Except when it comes to and even he did with Liz and Philip at first. He had to have his doubts assuaged. It's just so fucked up. Aww. Poor little dummy. Has no clue what she's getting herself into.
It's like she doesn't have ankles. That's why we call her Anklet. Got it.
And didn't Jesus choose to die? He could have gotten away. He knew they were coming.
When Peter tried to kill the guard.
Exactly. Jesus said no.
God.
Let it
Liz gonna snap.
This is nice.
Yeah. I'm so glad you guys.
Because I kind of wanted to talk to you all about something.
Okay.
What I really want this year is to get baptized.
Did you just drop the bomb on us right here?
Oh, your church did that.
We do.
It's like an initiation.
You wash away your old self and make yourself clean for Jesus Christ.
This is a great shot, by the way. I'm surprised it didn't erupt right then and there.
Did you get Sandra?
Of course. Stan.
she say, oh, like she didn't hear him? That's hilarious.
And I'm just trying to be honest with this S stuff.
Okay.
I was an asshole. And I loved her.
Oh, shit!
It was bad for her and it was bad for you, and I feel like shit about it. But it's over. And
I mean, leave her be. She took that on the chin. She took it like a champ. It's probably as good as you can take it, so to speak.
It was a setup. She set us up.
She did.
Kimberly wants to see me.
Oh.
Alone.
Oh. I mean, oh.
These are awesome.
Music from the caveman era.
Shut up. I know that stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
How well versed he is.
It's freezing.
Why don't you sit here?
Look at his face. Oh my god. Yeah. All right. Well, that was episode 4 of season 3 of The Americans. Where to begin? I mean, as much as I'm creeped out by, I mean, she is an adult, technically. I totally get what Phil was feeling, which is, this is gross. He's got a kid, pretty much that age. And then there was that weird commercial, Innocence is Sexy. It's like, this is all a lot, and I guess it's for the cause, but it's a lot. That's all I'll say. Speaking of innocence, as you all know, I'm not a fan of Paige. I'm not really a fan of teenage angst. But I can't knock the hustle. I can't knock the move. The strategy was smooth. You said you wanted to invite. Who do you want to invite? Pastor Tim and his wife. And you didn't see the setup coming. It's like that scene in Goodfellas. You walked in and there's plastic all over the floor. You didn't know this was an assassination. Wow. Ironically, this probably couldn't have come at a better time for Philip, at least. While he's not a fan of her getting baptized. You can't knock the fact that this might talk Liz out of telling her about the whole Russia KGB situation. She said she was going to do it with or without you. Finally snapped. It kind of gives a different context to that whole tooth pulling scene. Which is kind of a, what do you call that cliche? It's like pulling teeth. They were so angry with each other. Or at least Philip was. Philip had an angered look. It was more than determined. It was like some hidden aggression. As much as I want to dislike Paige, I really respect that move. I really respect the move. Not the getting baptized part. That's goofy. No offense. But you want something, you figure out the best way to get it. It's that simple. Boop, boop, boop. Pastor Tim sucks. And his wife sucks too. I'm sorry. I appreciate you saying we gotta talk to your parents. But you gotta give me some kind of heads up before I fucking invite you to my house. Though, to be fair, maybe he thought Paige already prepared them for it. I don't know. Stan, who is the man, feels a way about Zenaida? I forget what her name is. But I think he's right. I have no evidence. Unlike him, I don't have any evidence. Unlike him, I don't have an inkling. My inkling is his inkling. Whatever he thinks, I'm with him 100% of the way as far as CIA stuff is concerned. I mean, FBI stuff is concerned. Now, he didn't find what he was looking for just yet. But I believe I believe he's gonna be right. I just have to. Maybe he's connected to the Milky Way somehow. As far as what he's doing with his wife and Est, I know it's hard to move on. First, it's hard to move on from women you deal with for months, most certainly for years, let alone your wife, who you've been married to for God knows how long. I get that that is a difficult thing to go through, but I think we can see that this thing is dead on arrival, and it has been dead for a while now. He thinks it's the affair. Remember, it was dying before that. It was dying when they moved here because she said he was different. After his stint undercover. This thing's over. She's living with another man, with her son. This thing is dead, sir. Let it go. Let it go. Anyway. Post your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Jimmy Macram. It's time for episode 5 of season 3 of The Americans. Let's get to it.
And this isn't just for me. Think about what it would be like to come home and have that little girl running towards you and throwing her arms around you. We have a lot of love now, but there are other kinds of love.
This is just for you. Stop it. Clark said 100 times he doesn't want this. Philip really doesn't want this.
Zinaida Preobrazhenskaya?
I think she just might be a Russian spy.
You're out of your mind.
If I can prove it, we'll arrest her. And then there's a good chance my government can make a trade. Well, this is what I got. You say you want to help her? Find out.
You know Stanza, man. You know this already.
I don't belong to you.
I didn't say that.
I helped you. I got you to the Afghan group.
Yusuf, this isn't about me. This is about war. And
look at the people you're fighting with. Just today, did you hear? 10 of your soldiers flayed alive and left in the sun to rot.
What?
Paige was so graceful.
Paige? No, she wasn't.
Yes, she was.
Philip, don't you remember that whole summer she kept falling down?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm seeing her tomorrow night, so I should be in the house soon.
What's she like?
A kid.
I have to go make dinner.
Jesus. I know this is a very sad and serious, manipulative situation, but my question is, how filled are their days? It's shocking how much they can get done in a day.
Well, you should meet our special agent in charge.
Is that your boss?
Yep.
No matter how old you get, you're still working for the man. So, how's Mrs. B then?
Oh, ill?
Like 7 months.
Great. Come on, I'll take you home.
Wait, no.
I should get you back.
Oh.
What's the rush?
Come on, I'm gonna be driving on.
Well, then, let's just hang out in private. What are you doing on the 11th?
God damn it. The 11th?
Please?
God, she's young. That's gross. Poor Philip. I mean, you usually wouldn't feel bad for a guy in this situation. You know, he's got a moral code. Daughter, a little younger than that. It's like, ugh.
Lonely.
You're not.
No, I'm not. I don't miss him. And I'm not talking about his temper, his moods. I don't miss him.
Wow.
I put in for a transfer. Oh, I would love to put that 50-mile commute to bed.
Yeah.
And since I
How
have security
clean is
insurance,
that?
Fingers crossed. That'd be great.
I bet it would
I'm
be.
on a roll. Plus, I got my lucky charm. You.
Aww. That's adorable. And also gross. In a different way.
Вы еще здесь? 6:30. Вы официально заработались.
Aren't you bold? Aren't you bold? Go ahead, sir.
Cheers.
Будем.
Go ahead, Oleg. Thought she looked close to a couple episodes ago. I mean, proximity. Oleg's growing on me a lot.
Your taste is ridiculous, Dad.
Oh!
Is it? Okay, fashion queen. You pick one.
Okay. Dad, this is
Just
way
try it
too-
on. I'll buy you the dress.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Really?
Of course.
Thanks, Dad.
More beef between the two of them. That's just what we need. Him and Liz, that is. Don't ask for much.
She called the FBI and asked for me.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
I guess women do that now.
The est.
Yeah, but the FBI? Nobody normal does that.
You know, I went away undercover for 3 years.
3 years.
Wow.
Yeah?
Yeah. Take the pressure off.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Thanks.
Cut that Matthew conversation off. I think Stan needed that. He needed more of it, quite frankly. Who did we just kill? Oh, that wasn't husband, was it? Lisa's husband? Oh, sorry to work for Northrop.
Good. Now get in there and see what you have to work with.
What I have to work with is a hormonal 15-year-old girl.
She's 15?
Your girl, Kimberly. She has no idea her father's in the CIA, does she? Look how she wound up.
Don't say it's the same. And don't call her my girl.
These two. It's been the whole season? It's been a whole series like this. Can we get a break? Just want them to be happy. They've been happy for like 5 episodes total. I mean happy in comparison to the rest of the time.
I wanted to celebrate my good luck with my good friend.
Kill that guy.
I got a call from
She gets a
Northrop.
promotion.
There's an opening in fuselage assembly. Same thing I do now, except in this time zone.
That's so cold. That is so gross.
He's gonna want more.
What, sex? God, I hope so.
Be careful, Shell. I'm not kidding. Look at me. I'm not kidding. You be careful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the ironies of this work that so many lives depend upon one man's relationship with an adolescent girl. You don't like that.
Why would I?
I can imagine it might be confusing, even for you.
I'm not confused.
Confused is the wrong word.
I love his voice.
You have a conscience, Philip. There's nothing wrong with that. But conscience can be dangerous.
He sounds like the devil. Even I'm not entirely sure I disagree. I mean, if you're going to be in this line of work, it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm a little bit country.
They're actually almost cute. Come on.
15, though. Jesus. Not what I was guessing.
Do you even know what division he's in? Agriculture. It's so boring.
You must know a lot about soil.
And he would go rake on one side and I would rake on the other, and we would just like meet in the middle.
Philip can't do it. She sounds like a kid.
Still have stuff in it, you know? The crunch.
Let's put popcorn in there.
Hell. What? Open it. Sounds fucking gross.
War. She's got real dick. That part of my face.
Are her parents gonna come home? Early. Music kicking in. Oh, Jesus. Kimberly. This is very sweet. In a not sweet kind of way. That makes sense at all. damn near dead. Oh, Jesus. Oh, just hauled ass.
The whole thing was just... Oh, God, I don't know.
Are you stoned?
What is going on? That's trippy. It already starts off kind of dark with the woman in there, significantly older than he is. And then we go further to things he's would seemingly be less attracted to.
Should I sleep with her?
I don't
know. No, honestly, I'm asking you.
Honestly, I don't know.
This has been a depressing ass season. I'm glad they're talking at least.
Do you have to make it real with me?
Sometimes.
I was honest.
Not now.
Close your eyes, Liz. It's creepy. Thank you. All right. That was episode 5 of season 3 of The Americans. Much more of a low-key episode, I thought, in comparison to stuff that usually goes on. This feels very much like setup. Pardon me. Build up for explosions later on in the season. Liz getting Lisa further into Northrop, getting her transferred. 15 minutes of door to door, apparently. Philip continues to get closer, we'll say, with Kimberly. Thank God her parents came home. So this 40-year-old man didn't have to sleep with a 15-year-old girl. Might do it for some people, but I don't think Philip's big on it at all. He's not the biggest fan of statutory rape. And Stan and Oleg coming to an understanding. Now, so far, I've had absolutely no success. Stan by himself and Oleg when he tried to press new woman important at the Residentura. But hey, at least we know what we want. We want to find out if Zenaida is a defector, number 1, and we want to get Nina out, being also part of number 1. So we got to work together to do that. Part of me thinks this could be a swerve, that Zenaida is fine, that she is what she says she is. But when Stan saw her the first time, not seeing her the first time, but he saw her on TV, when he first had his doubts, he was so not emotionally, physically, or mentally corrupted. He was in complete Stan mode. He wasn't even thinking about this. Then he looked at her, he watched her, he saw her, and something clicked. And in that case, I always trust Stan's judgment. I just do. So I think she is a defector, a fake spy. I know this S thing is supposed to be their complete selves, but first of all, having a woman that you have not whatever with, like you're not seeing, you're not together with, you saw once maybe, or 2 times. How many times you gone to SSR? It's not the point. To have that woman after you didn't fucking engage, after you guys had that exchange, to have her call your job and ask to speak to you is outrageous in and of itself. But it could be sweet in a way. However, to call your job at the FBI is more than outrageous. That is dangerous. That woman is something wrong. Something wrong with her. Not just because she's an S, which is a red enough flag, but calling your job the FBI to speak to you, and a little meta commentary, that lady always plays crazy. So there's definitely something wrong with her. The actress is always out of her mind. Anyway, post your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Jimmy Macram. It's time for episode 6 of season 3 of The Americans. Let's get to it.
You remind me of students I knew back in Johannesburg, hired by the government to spy on the rest of us. I probably shouldn't have, but I followed him.
Okay.
He calls the ANC terrorists while supporting Botha and his murderers.
We'll look into it, but do not follow him again unless I tell you to.
He's not gonna listen. He's already shown a disregard for the rules and protocol and common sense.
I know, that's not what I meant.
Okay, Dad.
We get it, Philip. You did the best you can.
I just want you to be happy. That's all.
Thanks.
Ugh, I hate teenagers so much. Ugh, I'm the same way. I'm just saying.
I just know that Est saved my life. How?
Henry.
All these people
No,
are
I don't
bored.
mind.
You know what's funny? He has his crush on this girl. This is gonna get even worse.
Hey, maybe we shouldn't talk about this now.
But what is it?
Oh my God, he won't.
Sounds weird.
You know what
It
it kind of
is.
is.
I love them both different ways. But at the end, they love their countries more than they love.
Yeah. Oh my God, Stan, you didn't think this through at all. Oh Jesus.
Where's your head at? Are you with me in there?
No. Yeah. Liar.
Yeah?
Not even close. He was until his eyes drifted. Poor bastard. Can we move? Oh Jesus.
I don't know what you want.
I just want you to be honest. Are you thinking about your ex-wife?
Yes. Come on, Stan. Give it up. She's not an idiot.
That must be really hard.
It is.
Oh. Told you she's crazy and everything. You all didn't want to listen to me. And everything. There's nothing overtly crazy about that. Just the drops. She's out of her mind. I'm calling it. I'm sticking with it.
What is this?
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd is amazing.
Just lay back, close your eyes, and take it in.
That's what she said.
This is amazing.
Right?
I know.
No, I really want to take a bath with you, James.
You take a bath.
No.
I'll wait. You should be relaxed.
This is going to become more and more of an issue, sir. You can do wait around until she's 18. It ain't going to work. 16, 17, whatever the fucking age of consent is in that state. I know he doesn't want to be a creep, but at this point, wouldn't you go in a bath with her? It could lead to something, but I'm just saying, to make sure homegirl has all the time she needs. What's going on with Liz?
Henry knows too. We're not clueless, Mom. And I'm not gonna nag you about it because I know you already know it's really bad for you, but I will say that I wish you didn't, and I hope you quit. Can you extend my curfew then?
It's a good one.
Had to try.
Adorable laugh.
It's been really nice hanging out with you, Mom.
Aww.
I will support you no matter what. I hope you know that.
So, what do you really think about church, Mom?
It's a bunch of yahoos.
After a while, you feel something.
What?
I don't know. A presence.
United States government. Oh, Jesus. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
James?
too excited about what it ain't it.
My surprise.
She thought it was, what, condom?
I love them.
Aww.
You're a good kisser. Just say it.
Things have been hard lately. I've had a lot of problems at work, and it is starting to make sense to me. And the minister talks about starting over and having a new life with God. And I think I want to try that.
This is horrific.
I just need to take things slowly, that's all. Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine.
You're perfect.
He told
This is
me
horrific.
trusting the man we love.
I know she's acting, but ugh.
Hey.
Poor Philip. He has 2 wives and a girlfriend. This is exhausting.
Really?
Come on, it's adorable. Let's go.
She's living in a fantasy world.
I don't know, because Jesus really came through for me tonight. Because I had to serve Jesus instead.
Philip's high laugh is hilarious.
But if this operation drags on and she gets older, then maybe.
Says, when did Liz get jealous? This is kind of weird. It's because she's younger? I know it sounds stereotypical and borderline sexist, but I don't know what to tell you. I'm confused.
There's no classified files.
And they're not coming back. Made a couple of calls.
Damn.
Hey, Stan.
Yeah, you got.
Hasn't been announced yet. I just thought you'd like to know. Sorry, if I can do anything, then...
What?
Hi, this is Arthur. If you have a message for me, Sandra, or Matthew, please leave your name, number, and time of your call after the beep.
Oh, every time Death visits him, he calls. Oh, she's starving. Go ahead.
She's been sent home. There will be a trial. I know you spoke to her about 2 years ago. She has a son. His name is Misha. He's 20 years old. He's in the 345th Independent
Oh,
Parachute
shit!
Regiment in Fashioned.
She actually did have a kid?
I didn't want to have to tell you this way.
Have you told Elizabeth?
Of course not.
Great actor. Philip, yes, but the other one too. Of course not. You could tell he's trying to frame it like, duh. But Philip would have all rights to think that he would.
He's trying to help, Philip, with Paige. I know it's a lot to deal with, especially with everything else going on, but after the
I have to
baptism...
switch the tape with Kimberly this week.
We saw it on the news. I'm sorry.
Thanks.
I'm sorry.
All right. Stan, let go.
I don't know. It's in Chicago, isn't it? I'll think about it.
Jesus.
Your friend Hans is onto something. That
What?
student you followed met
Seriously?
with Eugene Venter from South African intelligence.
Any idea what he's doing here?
Holy shit.
I never want you to deceive him, but if he's holding you back on this,
He knows I'm going ahead without it.
but you're not going ahead.
Can never be happy. Ever. At this point, he's never for episodes at a time. It's like half episodes at a time.
I can't sleep. Lay down. Close your eyes.
You haven't looked at me since you came back.
Aww.
No. No. What did you do? Mina, no! 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 What did you do? Mina! Mina! Mina, what did you do?
Oh, fuck, that's horrific. That was horrific. That's up there. That's up there with some of the more horrific scenes in the series. Matter of fact, off the top of my head, I can't think of one that was more horrific.
My parents won't be home until tonight. You want to come over?
Yeah. Could you? This is gonna sound crazy.
What?
Would you pray with me right now?
Oh my god. What? But it appears to be working. Every time I think Philip's about to have to take the next step, he comes up with something else. Go ahead, sir.
And please let James see him again, because I know he'll be an amazing father. Amen.
Aww.
That was amazing.
Bonded.
Were you ever arrested?
No, we were never caught. Let's sit down. We didn't just sing
We're
songs.
really doing this.
Mom.
Gimme! Spit it out, Liz.
It
You
wasn't
came
always
this far.
You think I don't do enough?
No, that's... I think there's something special about you.
Basketball right in my ear.
And I brought you here because I wanted you to know that I'm more like you than you think.
Is that it? It's a big step, but it's not quite as far as I thought we were going to go. All right, that was episode 6 of season 3 of The Americans. Where to begin? First things first, that was a fun episode. Started off a little slow with the whole prayer thing, but this season appears to be built around that. We know it's built around Paige, and that's Paige's main source of interest at the moment. I feel proud and humored by Philip using Jesus to get out of sleeping with a 15-year-old. It is clever. It is handy. It's like improv class. You use what's around you. Use what you're going through. It's great, and it worked. And then using his son that he may or may not have to get him out of a jam, so to speak. That was great. That was great. As much as I love Liz, you can tell she does not want to drop the bomb. If she drops the bomb, it'll infuriate Philip, even though she's told her she's going to do it anyway. Told him she's going to do it anyway. It very well could drive away Paige. Like, easily. As much as it could bring her into the fold, or so to speak, I feel the more likely option is driving her away. And what kind of legal danger is telling Paige present? What if Paige goes to somebody? I don't know. I also don't know where Hans, is that his name? The one Liz is training? I'm not sure where that arc is going, but it feels like it's going somewhere I'm not going to like. I'm not a fan, especially with Philip maybe or may not be sleeping with a 15-year-old at some point. I don't know. Anyway, post your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe,